Just checking to make sure that you guys can see me and hear me. Sorry we're a few minutes delayed, but welcome to our PEX Facebook Live for the winter season in Canada. Um, all right, perfect. So looks like we are good to go. So officially, thank you guys for being patient. I know it is 12:05 and we're a few minutes late, but I just wanted to say thank you for coming. Welcome to our Facebook Live on the PEX Canada Facebook page, and we have some winter activities to kind of talk about for today. So we'll kind of get started. Today I'm going, and really quickly, I'm Jessie Collins. I'm one of our Pyramid US consultants, and I'm going to be talking to you guys through our different activities today. So this live is just going to kind of give you guys a couple ideas for some fun kind of winter, like generically winter themed activities that you could do with learners, where we could create a lot of communication and learning opportunities to go with those particular activities. So the first thing I wanted to let you guys know is that there is a set of pictures that are freely available that are going to go with this Facebook Live that will be posted on the the PEX Canada website. And I'll kind of show you guys some of the pictures that we have available, but it's like a page and a half of pictures. They are 2 inches and they'll be freely available for you guys to use for these different activities. So the first activity that I want to talk about is making snowflakes with marshmallows and toothpicks. You could also use pretzel sticks. This really could be, I guess, considered an art activity or even like a science STEM type activity. It has some math concepts in it, or science concepts if you kind of start to think about patterns, depending on if you know what you have a student do. So there's a lot of options here, but this activity is also very very simple because you don't need a lot of materials. So you could just have one size of marshmallow, but I think it's fun to have both. So I got both miniature marshmallows and kind of a little bit bigger sized marshmallows. Maybe depending on your students' motor skills also, that might help you decide which ones you want to use. If you have learners that are working on attributes expressively or even receptively, this is a great activity where you could have kids, take the big or small marshmallow, or even to ask for big and small. If you're working on quantity or math concepts, then you could definitely give students a direction to count out a particular number of marshmallows, or they could even also ask expressively for a particular number of marshmallows if they have an idea of how many that they want. So that is definitely an option as well. And then we just need the toothpicks. If you guys have students that are working on imitation or even imitating patterns, you could make a demonstration snowflake and then have the student copy or imitate what you're doing. So that's also another option. Or you could just let your kids kind of freely assemble these. So essentially, all they need to do once they get the toothpick is push that in there wherever. I know in a lot of the ones I saw, they would put a big one in the center, but you just really have a lot of flexibility here. And then essentially, you can just start poking the marshmallows in there. If kids want, you could even start to connect them this way. Great opportunity to talk about shapes, so kind of that looks like a triangle there. And we can make a lot of patterns. And the snowflake could really kind of extend as long as you need to. If you wanted to, you can also cut these toothpicks in half so they're a little smaller, and so the marshmallows could be a little bit closer together. So essentially, and I won't necessarily make this whole entire thing, but you can just keep working with kids on putting these together, and you could have the kids go around so that this actually turns into, we'll just do the most basic snowflake here. And so that you could talk about snow and weather and really do this in a lot of different lenses. So this could be supplemental to maybe a book you read and you want to have a little activity. Maybe you're doing a science or math activity and you want to count or do something with patterns. You want to talk about shapes or things like that. This is definitely something that you could do. So there's just kind of an example, and you could keep building away as much as you want. And again, you could also always add the different size marshmallows as well. And then you can display your toothpicks or your snowflakes, or you could just let the kids eat them. So it could be something that you hang up, or just literally is on a plate, and we end up having a snack with the marshmallows as well. So that's a first very simple activity. Obviously, in regards to basic requests, you could just have the kid ask for marshmallows or for the toothpick, a plate, potentially for help if they're going to need help to be able to put these things together. And this activity could be done with a student that's using any type of communication modality. So if a kid is speaking, they would just vocally ask you for stuff. They could use their pictures in their textbook. So if you were to take the pictures and prep them and have them available in their book, based on whatever phase your kid is in, you could kind of differentiate that instruction. And if your kid's using a speech generating device, you just want to program that vocabulary into that device. The pictures that are available on here for this activity on the free sheet are big and little, toothpick, marshmallow, and snowflake. So those are kind of the corresponding pictures that go with this particular activity. And then we also have an I want picture as well. So that's the first activity, and that is our toothpick, marshmallow, snowflake. Great for science, math, kind of art, or just building activity, a little bit of a snack, and something fun where you could create a lot of communication as well as a lot of other learning opportunities, and link that into books and weather-related conversations and things like that. Okay, so that's activity one. The second activity is going to be Snowman Bowling, or kind of like a ball toss game. And so the pictures that we have on here that go with this one are snowman, markers, scissors, and paper. You could have an option if they're going to draw on the cup to make the snowman, or if they're going to cut out paper or use stickers. And then the body parts: nose, mouth, eyes, and a scarf. And then the verb draw, as well as the ball, because eventually they're going to throw down and knock over the cups. So you could do bowling or throwing. I just got some actually like clear fluid plastic cups. You could really use any color, and especially if you're going to like tape onto them. And so you could really decide how many you want. You could decorate all of them. Theoretically, you could decorate them with things other than snowmen, but I just wanted to kind of do a generic winter-related activity. So you just want to kind of collect however many cups that you think you want. And so I'm going to pull out a bunch here. There's really a lot of things that you could have the kids do with this. So you could set these up to bowl, or you could just set them up in a line and try to have the kids actually knock them over. But the first thing that we're going to do, and this activity is definitely something that could be repeated over and over, and you could just have a different theme on the particular cups, is to turn this winter themed by making these cups into a snowman. So the first option that you have is that you could have your student request markers, and you could just let them draw on the cup. If you have a learner that's working on body parts, you could help them or have them request, or even receptively, if you drew them on there for them, identify some of these body parts. And remember, this is all about the process, not about what it actually looks like. So you could kind of just let your kids go free and just kind of draw on the cup as needed. I do think pipe cleaners are really fun and nice if you want to kind of make a scarf. A lot of our kids like these. I have some glittery ones like this, and then I even have, these are things you could work on, like long and short, thick and thin. This one is even kind of fuzzy or furry. So if you have these are really nice for the scarf, and you can just kind of wrap those around the cup for the scarf. Okay, so let's put that on first. And then if you don't want to have the kids directly draw on the onto the thing, you could have them cut out, or you could just cut out like little shapes. For example, like maybe we're going to make a carrot nose, and you could again talk about shapes, things like that, and have them either glue or tape. So an option where they can just pop that right on to the cup. And you could do any combination of the above that you wanted to also. So I'm just going to cut out really quickly. Also teaching kids to get directions, like I need you to get 2 circles, or cut 2 circles, or draw 2 circles. If you're working on shapes and also kind of varied directions, are things that you could work on. So you could either have them do it, or you could cut it for them and ask them to get or count or find those particular things. And then they can tape or glue the things onto the cup. So I'm going to put on 2 eyeballs here. Stickers can also be really nice if you have, different shape stickers and things like that. And then I am just going to pretend I let my kid pick a random color and they wanted blue, and so that's totally okay. I let them draw their mouth on there. So we'll do a little smile here, and then we have kind of decorated our cup. You guys could do it this way. I guess also maybe I did a little bit upside down. You can do it like that depending on how you're going to sit the cup. But we would want the kids to decorate a bunch of different cups. And again, if you wanted to do other winter themed things, or your learners celebrate a particular holiday or whatever it might be, you could also decorate those accordingly. And so I would decorate all of the cups, and then I'm going to kind of see, it's a little bit hard for me. I'm doing this on my computer, so I can't zoom out too far. But you guys could essentially set the cups up similar like this for bowling, and you could have the kids roll the ball and try to knock over the pin, so it could be like bowling. If you guys think about a carnival game where the cups are kind of, let me see if I can hold it up on here. You could just line the cups up individually like this, and so they're kind of spread out. And then the learner could request for the ball, and they could try to throw and knock these particular things over. So my ball just fell down, so let me grab that for a second. Also, one other thing, you could have lots of different types of balls. This ball is really fun, and it lights up and flashes, so that makes this kind of exciting and entertaining. This was from like a dollar bin at kind of just one of the local stores. But you could have kids roll, throw, bounce. If you had a ball, you could also try to have kids like drop it into a particular cup. But I think a lot of kids like to do this. You could also do this with a beanbag, and just kind of set it up where the kids are trying to throw it and knock off those cups. A lot of our kids really like cause and effect stuff. This is nice because these materials can be recycled. We can reuse them over and over. We could promote peer play, turn taking, all of that good stuff. And so, and if you're doing this outside of winter season, you could totally make the cups into any theme that you wanted to have, and you could do lots of different stuff for a little kind of motor activity or a social kind of almost carnival type game that you could set up and play in your classroom and tie it into making the cups, which is a little bit of a kind of art project. So that's the second winter activity that I have you guys thinking about. And then the third one is kind of just a pure snack. It is also snowman themed. So again, we have that snowman picture. This one has just a generic fruit picture in case you want to do this with some other fruit. And then I have banana, grape, apple, chocolate chips, and pretzels or fruit skewers. And so in this activity, we're going to have the students make a little bit longer kind of healthy fruit snack. So you can have your kids ask for the banana. Could definitely work on, this would be a great request for help open, or even if they're just working on their own motor skills to try to open and peel the banana by themselves. And then what we want to do, we are going to have them cut the banana into maybe like a half-inch thick, or kind of, it could be actually as thick as you want, but little circles. And so definitely you could just use, you could even use the skewer if you don't want to give your kids a knife, and essentially just push down on it. So you're creating little circle pieces like that. So we can kind of work on maybe touching or trying new textures. Just push that skewer down on the banana. So I literally kind of just have it in the peel like that, pushing that skewer on there, making those little circles. And then what the kids are going to do to make the snowman is they need to count out 3 banana pieces. And they could make more than one of these as they wanted. And they're going to push it on about this much. In one of the videos I saw, the way that they were making kind of a hat was to take a grape that's cut in half and kind of put that on top of a piece of an apple. Or you could even cut the banana in half like this and put a 4th piece of the banana on here, kind of like a hat, and then put the grape on top of that if you want the snowman to have a little bit of a hat, kind of like the pom-pom on top. So now we have our snowman, okay, we have our hat, and we would put this on to a plate, and a little bit of chocolate is always good. So again, you could have your kids ask for chocolate chips. I just have the little miniature kind of chocolate chip minis. These can be used for the eyes as well as for little buttons on the snowman. This is a great kind of give a direction, put on. You're having kid work on some of their fine motor skills. They really have to pinch that tiny chocolate chip. My motor skills are even struggling a little bit here. And put those chocolate chips on here. And then you can either use a toothpick, which you have from the other activity, okay, or you could take pretzel sticks, which I just don't personally have right now, and push those in. So let me just show you guys with a toothpick, kind of recycle that from the other activity. And then what we have is our little snowman banana fruit snack. So this is like a healthy snack, kind of fun way, get kids playing with their food, playing with texture, healthy snack. And you could make a whole bunch of these. You could do this interactively with a group of kids. They could comment on each other's snowmen. They could have other types of fruits or things totally as they wanted. You could get creative here, and obviously we could add or do a variety of different things, but this is kind of really basic, simple activity, essentially with just a fruit skewer and a banana, and then some grapes and chocolate chips. So that's the third kind of winter theme activity, to have you guys thinking about something that you could have some fun or make snack take a little bit of longer. In this particular activity, we could definitely work on some of those fine motor skills, work on some cutting, work on communication or requesting, or even counting as well. We talked about like how many chocolate chips, or we need to get 3 pieces of the banana, can count that. If you had a kid doing fractions and you were to cut stuff in half, you could talk about half versus whole, or more and less. Same thing with the grape. Body parts, so eyes, arms, hat, things like that. And so you guys could get creative in adding scarves and other things as you want. So that is our third and final activity for this kind of winter activity Facebook Live. So again, this Facebook Live does come with a set of pictures that will be available for download. I'm not sure, someone might be able to drop that. I haven't actually seen our chat box, but I'm not sure. We might be able to put that in the chat box here, or just let you guys know we can find this on the PAX Canada website, and we'll also make sure to post this when we share this live video for people that want to watch it recorded. This comes with a variety of pictures that go with the 3 activities we just showed you. And again, the 3 activities were kind of science, STEM, math, snack activity with making marshmallow and toothpick snowflakes. Having kind of like our fine motor ball activity by making a snowman cup and then doing some type of kind of ball toss or a game with the cups and a ball. And then we have our snowman fruit kebab here, which is an option for kind of a healthy snack. Just again, a lot of times we just want our kids touching different textures of foods, even if they're not going to eat it. And so exposing our kids to some different stuff and having fun with building and working on our motor skills in kind of a fun, functional way. And if they don't want the snack, they could always share it with someone else. But this is nice and healthy with lots of fruit. So, and thank you so much. Emily is popping in the chat box where you guys can find the pictures, which is going to be at pexcanada.com at the support at homepage. This Facebook live video will be, it's been recorded, so it will be available for you guys to share or play or watch, even though it won't be live anymore. And there's a couple other things that we want to kind of share or share about. There's a couple trainings that are coming up. The first one that I want to kind of just promote is that on December 16th, there is a PEX to SGD training, so transitioning from PEX to a speech generating device. That's happening on December 16th. If you're looking to get some training in or thinking about getting started with your learner and shifting them maybe from their low-tech pictures to a tablet with some type of app on it. So that's our PEX to SGD talk happening December 16th, 2021. We also have some PEX Level 1 trainings that are happening, as well as if you've been to PEX training before, but you're just looking for a quick refresher, on January 31st, so kind of end of January 2022, we do have a refresh your PEX training coming up. And then we do have a special for watching this Facebook Live for January trainings. So if you are interested in attending any of the January Level 1 PEX trainings, this is a special code. It's only going to be good until December 12th at midnight. And it's good for 20% off. So if you watch this video, that coupon code is New Year 22. New Year 22. And so for any of you guys that watch this live or watch this early before December 12th and you're interested in attending a Level 1, that coupon code NEWYEAR22 is good until December 12th at midnight. And sorry, my roommate's cat is coming in to smell all the snacks. Also, I'm not sure if anyone is watching this live, but we have a free giveaway, and we're going to give away a free mini schedule for anyone that's watching live, if anyone actually enters. So I don't know, Emily, if you could put in the chat box, if you guys can just email the Canadian office and just maybe let them know which activity you're most excited to try over the holiday break and what are some of the learning things you're going to focus on. You can be entered in a chance to win a miniature kind of travel schedule that we have as one of our products at Pyramid. So that contest will kind of be done tonight. So that'll just be one contest that will end tonight, 12/8 at midnight Eastern time. And you can email canada@pex.com and share that preferred winter activity to have a chance to be entered in to win that free schedule for any of you guys that are watching live. So we hope to see you around in the new year, or even before that 2021 wraps up. I know it's been a crazy year or 2 years for many of us. If you do enter that contest, please make sure in your email you put December giveaway, canada@pex.com, and that's that giveaway is open until tonight for that free mini schedule. That coupon code is good until December 12th. But we really feel like learning can happen away from the table and away from just kind of rote activities. So hopefully this gives you some ideas about some things that could be replicated, could be even used across the seasons, but maybe some fun things that you could do at home with your learner, or even teach them to kind of engage in and leave them on their own to do a little bit of a craft or an activity while still embedding in, academic concepts, communication opportunities, following directions, asking for stuff, commenting on things, and all of that good stuff, but in a very naturalistic, kind of fun, lighthearted context. So I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday season. I hope everyone enjoys that winter break and stays safe and healthy, and has a nice, peaceful, relaxing time, as well as gets into some fun with their students and their learners. So thank you guys so much for coming. We hope to see you guys around PEX Canada and our pyramid stuff, and have fun with some little winter activities. Thanks, guys.